Bitcoin is currently rallying up a lot. We are at $106,573. Meanwhile, Ethereum is back at the 3,400, currently at 3,402. And since last video, both Trump and Melania's token are going down. So there's a lot of things happening in the market currently. The numbers changed, a few things changed from last video. So let's take a look at the markets, market conditions, fear and greed index, and more data in today's video. Hello everyone, welcome back. Last video we talked about the Silk Road, we talked about Tornado Cash, and today we have a very good video from Ross Ulbricht, which was one of the founders of Silk Road, and he was pardoned. The video right here is called President Trump Granted Me a Full Pardon, and he was in prison for 11 years more or less, and he is now home. So this changes a lot, especially the perception of normies on Bitcoin. The adoption of Bitcoin now is stronger than ever because of what Trump is doing across the markets, across the ecosystem. So again, not here for politics, but this is just a nice touch, still referring to our last video. But anyhow, we see that Bitcoin is climbing. We're almost looking at the top of the Bollinger once again. RSI is currently at 59, almost 60 actually, and Ethereum is also halfway there. Ethereum still could go in just one go all the way to the 3621 because it is acting way slower than just Bitcoin itself. We also have Solana that is going up a lot, currently at 263. BNB is stable as always. BNB looks like a $680 stablecoin. Most of the time it stays inside that range, 5 to 10% movement in a week, so not much. But overall, the market dominance for Bitcoin is again testing a range that we saw before, which here was between this purple one and this diagonal resistance right here, which became support later on. Now we tested it once and we're testing it again. We have to wait what's going to happen here, and most analysts or traders believe that it's going to reject this for good now. So we should reject this right here, and we're going to start to look for the bottom right here. And as always, when this happens, it means that not that Bitcoin will fall, but most likely that the money itself will go towards altcoins. So altcoin season will have more money inflow than Bitcoin is, and the dominance of Bitcoin will eventually go down. So not necessarily a correction for Bitcoin in price, but just now it's the time for Ethereum, L2s, and all these other altcoins to pump and to rally, and Bitcoin will climb, but slower than all of these other tokens. The fear and greed index, as we are climbing towards the $108,000 once again, it is now at 61. Most likely by tomorrow or by Monday, if Bitcoin keeps helping us, this will be at around 64 to 65. That is my bet for Monday. If of course Bitcoin keeps helping us going up or just staying flat at that price. So for liquidations, we didn't have a lot of liquidation compared to what we saw a few days ago, but still 251 million. And most of these were long. 151 million were long and 100 million were short positions. So we can see that right here from the liquidation map that we are kind of even. So that makes us question where will Bitcoin go right now, especially because we are looking at the top of the Bollinger. So most likely we will have to wait for other indicators to see where we're going to be located here. But most likely we will try to catch this huge magnet right here, which is this 100x leverage that we have. This acts like a very strong magnet, and we can actually see that from the liquidation heat map right here. Yeah, you can clearly see that we have a very strong liquidation right here at 106.5. So we're almost there. Actually, I just refreshed the page and look, we hit it. We're actually looking at now 106,900. So we're almost there with this one as well. And maybe we can catch a short squeeze like we did back here and go up to maybe 107,800, maybe $108,000 once again. If we go to Ethereum, actually, you can see that we are strong at the top as well. We're very strong at the top, actually, at the range between 3,440 all the way through 304,060. We have a lot of heat right here in this area, which means that the price could most likely look for there, and it looks like it will get it still in a matter of a few minutes. So that is something to keep an eye if you're longing or if you're shorting, to look right here to the liquidation heat map. Everton, how are the Q1 returns so far? Well, so far, Bitcoin is up 13.9%. As I said, after the halving year, it has a good quarter. So for example, right here, 2020, it did 168 on Q4 of 2020, and then 2021, 103%. From previous analysis and analysts saying that we are looking more like we did in 2016 and 17 than we are from our last halving. So most likely we will see a very green year for crypto. And I do believe this. I have to agree with this, mainly because we have now retailers and we have now the whole world looking at Trump doing these things that he's doing. Not here to say if they're right or wrong, just promoting crypto in a way that now the whole globe, the entire planet will try to look into Bitcoin as an alternative. So again, I do believe that we'll see green all over. And also for altcoins, this will be very, very good. I think we will have a very good return in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 for Ethereum and altcoins as well. It just hasn't started yet. It is Bitcoin first, then when Bitcoin slows down, it is Ethereum, and then it trickles down all the way to the other things. So before we end the video, I'm gonna leave right here an article for you saying that Bitcoin could top 150,000 before we retrace in repeat of 2017 cycle. Using price action and seeing similarities between 2016 and 2017, analysts are saying that Bitcoin could hit a top of $150,000 in this cycle. But he says that any level above the 150 most likely won't hold for long. So if you remember, if you've been following the channel, you know that we mentioned number like 250,000, 180, 150, 130, and these numbers now are just goals for us to reach eventually. But I tend to agree that we most likely are going to see an uptrend, and then there's going to be a little bit of a correction or a slowdown in pace for Bitcoin, giving space to altcoins to shine throughout this season. So this is what I see happening looking at the charts and looking at historical data. We have here data from short-term holders and long-term holders. Short-term holders, they have an average of $90,000 per Bitcoin, which is way lower than the current 106,000 that we have. And long-term holders, they have an average price of Bitcoin of $24,627. So they're almost up 5x from their initial investment. So if Bitcoin hits 150, it will give short-term holders an average of 66% profit, and the long-term holders an average of 509% profit. They will have 5x their investment, and the short-term people would have more than 60% in profit from buying Bitcoin below the 100K. So with Trump as president, it seems we started the scam season. We've had rebase tokens, we have fake nodes, we've had NFTs, meme coin season, and now we're starting to see the rug pull season once again. We've had important people rugging already. The Cuban government already rugged twice. Melania token does not look so good. Trump token, we cannot call that a rug. Maybe he was trying to paint his face. I don't know if you saw that meme, paint his face on the charts. But it seems that now the new thing is for people, famous people, or even governments, it seems like, to create tokens and then rug pull on them and say, hey, I didn't know what I was doing, I'm naive, I'm not sure what happened, or we don't know what rug pull is, and that's the end of it. So be very careful on where you put your money, who's behind that, especially if it is a person of importance, an influencer, a politician, whatever it is. If it is quote unquote famous, please make sure you understand the risk that you're getting into. I'm not saying don't get into, there's plenty of opportunities to make money with these tokens, but just be smart. Don't get in for FOMO. Don't get in if the market cap is too high already, because you're going to be dumped on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good, safe weekend, and I'll catch you guys on Monday for more updates on the market. Thank you very much. Take care.